Hello everybody, Math 10 Quarter 1 Week 6 lesson plans. Let's go right into our title page here, Math 10 Quarter 1 Classwork Homework Sheets Quiz Test Pacing Guide. And so we have, of course, you'll get a free diagnostic test before you enroll students. These are your week 6 plans. They come in video and PowerPoint, animated PowerPoint editions. Name date here on your lesson plan sheet. Let's go right into Math 10 Quarter 1 Week 6 here. And what we have for Math 10 Quarter 1 Week 6 is we have our standards here for this 2.5 if-then statements, classwork homework part 1, and 2.6 properties of equality, classwork homework part 1. And then here is our standard here. I think I got this on a blow up. Yep. So it's Common Core 9 through 12, G.CO.6. Use geometric descriptions of rigid motions to transform figures and to predict the effect of a given rigid motion on a given figure given two figures. Use the definition of congruence in terms of rigid motions to decide if they are congruent. So that's what we deal with here. And then here are your quizzes and lessons. We have a 6.1 lesson that's reviewing basic geometry facts here. And then we got 6.1 skill check. That's an add-on to your other lessons. And we have 2.6 Geom quiz part 1. So there is a quiz here for week 6. And then our intro is understand and construct if-then statements in mathematical context. Distinguish between independent and dependent events. Apply conditional probability formulas such as probability of A over text and B equals probability of A over times of probability of B given A. So that's our probability formulas that we will do in week 6. Use logical reasoning to evaluate real-world scenarios involving dependent events. So our resources, materials, animated PowerPoints, and video versions of lessons, classwork, homework, quiz, test worksheets, activities, and tasks. All class worksheets are closed exercised from PowerPoints or MP4s, homework quizzes, and test assignments available online with corrections provided after submission dates, access for all, available in over 100 languages, available online 24/7, closed caption for hearing impaired, audio for sight impaired. And then your classwork is 244 points, 102 points in note-taking, 252 points of homework, 41 points of quizzes, 0 test points. This comes out to 639 points. Then we go in here to our modifications, accommodations. Available online via Google Classroom interface. That is grades, classwork, homework, quizzes, tests, Zoom tutoring on request. And our first lesson here is our classwork for if-then statements and deductive reasoning. That's 62 points of classwork, 2 points in note-taking. And then the homework for 2.3 is 2.3. Is we have 128 points of homework, and then we go into 2.6. So that must be 2.5. Okay, yes, that is 2.5. So 2.5. Then 2.6 properties of equality. We got classwork here, part 2. So that's 36 points here of classwork, 16 points in note-taking. And our standard here is HSF-IF.A.1. Students understand that a function from one set to another is assigned to each element of the domain, exactly one element of the range. The language, if x is an element of its domain, then f of x denotes the output as an if-then statement. You can break it down like that. And then we go into our 2.6 Properties of Equality Part 2 homework. 24 points. Of homework, 16 points. Okay, I think that was already added on. Then we go 2.6 here, quiz. So we go into 2.6 quiz, and that is 41 points here of quiz points. And then we go into our 6.1 here, reviewing basic geometric facts. This is actually a SAT math prep exercise here. 88 points of classwork, 42 points of notebook taking. In this SAT prep, and also the previous here, is HSF-IF.B.5. Students must relate the domain of a function to the quantitative relationship it describes. An example given in the standards explicitly uses an if-then structure. If the function h of n gives the number of person-hours it takes to assemble n engines, then the positive integers would be an appropriate domain. And then finally here for week 6, we go into our tune-up exercises for 6.1, which is what we are previously prepared here for. 58 points here for our tune-up, 42 points in note-taking. And this also includes Common Core 9 through 12.G.MG.3, apply geometric methods to solve design problems, for example, designing an object or structure to satisfy physical constraints or minimize costs, working with typographical grid system based on ratios. Animated PowerPoint math video at AL.com for questions, course materials. Thank you very much.